Hi, welcome to our fifth video. So in this video, we'll be talking more about options, and for this fifth video, I'll show you how you can set up your option chain window, option chain panel, and how you can actually read from the option chain. So for here, in our previous few videos, we have shown you how to use the mosaic layout, but then you realize that where do I actually access the option chain? Okay, so there's actually two ways you can do that. The first one is you click on New Window, and then you scroll down to Option Tools, so you'll be able to see Option Chain. So you click onto it, a window will pop up and show you the option chain. So here is actually tied to the Apple shares, okay? Because if we compare to the other stocks that I currently have, 172, which is here shows the latest price. So this one is actually refers to Apple. But because if you find it a bit troublesome to always have to click on New Window to launch the option chain, there's another way you can do it, which you come down to here, you just click here, and then you open the layout library. So from here, you can choose option trading, and then you click add layout. So now you can see that here is the option chain. Okay, so here it shows as Apple. So if let's say you find that like this looks good to you, but then we do not really need this chart, how can I remove it? So what you can do is that you click on lock layout to let it unlock, and then you just can click close it. You can say I proceed, yes. Okay, so now this one is being closed. So what are you going to do with this? So you can either elongate the order entry, or you can shift it over and shift this one over, elongate it at the same time. And at the same time, you can also choose to make this longer as well. So here you see that the monitor panel looks slightly different from what we have in Mosaic. No worries, I can teach you how you can adjust to it. So right now, once everything looks good, then you can click here, layout unlock to lock it back. Okay, so once everything is done, you can save changes. Okay, so earlier on, I mentioned that this one does not look like the monitor that I have on the Mosaic. You see here, the watch list that I have. So how do I load it back? So you can click here, plus, click on watch list, and you'll be able to see that there's a list of watch lists that is under my list that was being created. So for me, it's watch list 1. And then these are the stocks that I'm currently monitoring. So you click on add. So now it appears here. Okay. So everything appears here according to what I like. So this is how you can launch the option chain under the tab. So you can shift it over so that it's easier for you. Like I said, you can execute a stock purchase over here. And then if you wanted to do an option, you can click here to come to the option chain. Or even better, if you want everything on the same page, which I've actually done earlier on how to do the setup, which I call it as mosaic and option. So under here, I put all my watch lists here. And then here I put my option chain. And then this is my order entry panel. And this is my activity panel. So it looks like everything is under one page. So how you can do that is same. You just unlock this and then click here to launch the option chain, and you can close some of the panel that is not necessary for you. So let's go back to Mosaic to have a look, which is you can close the chat and you can close this one if it's not important to you, so that you can free up the space to put in the option chain like this, so that everything is in one page, which will be easier for you. Okay, so now let's go back to the option trading tab. Okay, so how do you actually read the option chain for TWS platform? So you can see that it's slightly different from what we have in TDA. So here you can see that there are the expiry dates for the options. Okay, so this one, it only has monthly options. So you can see that it expires every month. But let's pick another company, like let's say, for example, let's try Intel. So you can see here Intel, there's two colors. One is a yellow color, and then another one is a white color. So if you got confused, let's click on more to see other expiry date. So you can see here, the white color called regular means that it's a monthly expiry option, whereas the yellow colored one are actually weekly expiry options. Okay, so this is how you differentiate by using the color. So when you see yellow, it's weekly, and when you see it's white, it's a monthly. Okay, so if you do not like the tab version, because tab, that means currently the next weekly option to be expired within 2 days is here, but then how about next week? So you can click here, and here it will launch the subsequent one. But if you don't like to see in the tab view, you prefer in the list view, you can come here, click onto it, and then choose list view. So here it will list out all the lists. So you close here. So it will list out all of the list of the options that is available. So if you wanted to see either one of them, you just open it up, then they will launch it. So you may choose whether you wanted to use a list view or a tab view. So for me, I would prefer a tab view because it's easier to see everything on the dates, while at the same time, I won't be distracting to always open and close the option chain. Okay, so this one, put or call, that means you wanted to use, do you want to see put and call at the same time, or only call or put at the same time? So we will just leave it as put and call. And here strikes, that means it will show you how many of the strike price that is available. So 12, that means there's a total of 12. And you can see that there's a color difference between here. It's because this one is actually shown the current share price. So for Intel, the current share price is around 35.49. So the strike price is in between here. So this one is below the current market share price, and this one is slightly above the current market share price. Okay, so you can come here to adjust how many strikes that you wish to see. Maybe you wanted to see 10. So here they will only show 10 strike price that is available. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And this one, smart Intel, all this you can ignore. So the thing that you can try to change is strike price, number of strike price that you wish to see, and then the tab view. Okay. So here, there's a different columns that is available, and you'll find that I just wanted to keep things simple, or maybe I wanted to add certain bricks for the advanced options investors. You point to puts, that means slightly above here. Then you right click, configure layout. So you can see here, you can choose what you like. So for me, maybe option open interest is not interesting, it's not important for me, so I'll remove it. And then maybe some people wanted to see how much of a bid size or anything, but for me, I'm not interested, so I will remove it. And then as size, also remove it. So everything looks okay. So I will click on apply. However, if you wish to add on something else, like for example, in options, or maybe some people wanted to see some bricks later, but we will not talk too much about this. You can actually add into the column to show it. So now let's click on apply, and then okay. So now you can see here it's much more easier to see the bid and what. And you can also configure the bid column to have everything, to have the alignment in the middle. This one is the same thing. Right click, configure ask column to be in the middle. So it will be easier for you to see. Okay. So here, if I will show more in detail on how you can sell put or sell call in our next few videos, but how do you know that which one is a sell call and which one is actually a buy? Yeah, this is a bit confusing, but not to worry. If you go to bid and you scroll down, you can see that here all the columns shows as red. But if you go to ask, it shows as blue. So this one is similar to the order entry panel. So you can see that buy is blue, sell is red. So if you point to bid, it's red. So that means here is where you sell the puts. And here, same. If you point here, red, that means here is where you sell the calls. Ask is where you buy the calls. Okay. So I think that's all I have to show for this video on how you can read the option chain, and in our next few videos, we'll show you how you can execute a sell put and a sell call order. So thank you.